Blog Talk Radio.
Mr. Pop.
The views and opinions of this show do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of this network and its affiliates.
At Midwest IT Support Help Desk, we believe that technology should support and enhance your organization's success, not constrain it. With our wide range of best-in-class services, we provide customized solutions that fit your unique IT needs. We are committed to excelling at our job so you can focus on doing yours. Midwest IT Support Help Desk is always available, providing your organization with professional remote help desk support services you need. Midwest IT Support Help Desk will solve your technology issues day or night. Our IT staff ensures that your network and computers are up to date and ready for operation on a daily basis. Don't wait until problems occur. Let our organization solve them with our monitoring software, giving you the peace of mind you need. Let us do the worrying for you. Enabling your workforce with top-notch technologies isn't just important, but imperative for business success. This customizable solution allows your team to work seamlessly and collaboratively in a protected space. No matter what IT services you need, Midwest IT Support Help Desk will be there to support you every step of the way. Midwest IT Support Help Desk. We are committed to excelling at our job so you can focus on doing yours. Please visit www.midwestitsupport.com for more information or shoot us an email at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com. Give us a call, 765-239-9668.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of A Political Nation, hosted by your girl, Tanya Staten, and our special guest, Mr. Farrier Dixion, District Attorney of Pitt County. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Tanya, take over.
Okay. So I just want to congratulate you on your win. I'm so excited for you. We was rooting for you, and we made sure everybody that was on our listening voted for you.
Thank you, Ms. Staten. Thank you so much, and I just want to thank everybody that, as you said, you talked to your listeners and had them vote for me, and I really want to thank everyone for their support. It was a hard-fought victory, and I really appreciate the words of encouragement as I was out campaigning literally for this last, all intents and purposes, really 10 to 11 months.
Right. So now that you are in office, now that you are the newly elected district attorney, do you think that you will have some pushback on some of the things that you want to make changes to?
Well, let's talk about how the procedure will go.
Okay.
Right now, I'm still the district attorney elect, so I don't take office until January, and my swearing in will be January the 4th at 2 p.m. on that Friday.
Okay.
So I won't actually take office till then. In the meantime, I have to determine what my staff's going to be, who's going to work for me. We have to put our policies in place. And believe it or not, there's actually a school for district attorneys.
Oh, wow, okay.
So there's a school for district attorneys, for sheriffs, and actually for judges. So my school will be the last week of this month, November. So I'll be in school that full week, meeting with the Office of the Courts and with the Conference of District Attorneys to make sure that I'm aware of all the policies that are applied in my office. And you would think as an attorney, I would, that would be sufficient. But no, they want you to go and know how to make sure that you can run the office in the way that the state of North Carolina desires you to do so.
Okay.
And then I will say that as I've gone through and spoken to people, speaking to law enforcement and citizens, I haven't gotten this pushback. Everyone wants to talk to me, want to sit down and see what my procedures are going to be. And the term I will give you, I won't say the officer's name, but basically you tell us how you want it done. And so we're going to sit down and make sure that we have policies that are in place that comply with what legally should be done, both from the law enforcement aspect and from the prosecutor's aspect, and in line with North Carolina law.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of unaware, so y'all can excuse my voice going in and out. But I know that some of the cases, but I don't want to overreach too much because, like you said, you still going through your training right
mm-hmm.
now. So with you going through training, have you had any what's a good word? Like some of the things that you thought was going to be one way to change from your expectation, or?
Not yet. And part of that is because my lectures happen so quickly. Well, not quickly,
mm-hmm.
but there are other DAs who, for instance, they just had a primary. Say, for instance, that when in May they were done, so they've been preparing all this time. But I've had to continually keep running, and so I haven't had anything that's really surprised me. But of course, when we come into office, we will go back and look through and check back through all our files to make sure that everything's in order. As we prepare to move in and continue on. So we will be checking back through everything that's there to make sure that everything's being done correctly.
Okay. Okay. Tim, you got anything?
I'm sorry, I think I missed what you said.
Oh, no, I was trying to figure out what that question was back there.
Oh, okay, I thought that was you. Sorry.
Since you, because I know you said you've been going back and forth, you've been out of town and that, so has there been any, like, craziness since you've been, since you won, with people?
Not that I'm aware of. I keep my ear to the ground, and I'm listening out for things, and I'm being watchful. And
yes, right.
Continually, I'm politicians and people in office. As a district attorney, I can't talk about prayer in the courtroom, but I'm continually in prayer, trying to keep and make sure that I have the necessary wisdom and insight to be able to see when things come up, because I'm aware that probably things will come up that are kind of unusual, and maybe intentional, but I will be watchful.
Okay. So just for just to let the people know, again, some of your background and how you got into.
Well, I was raised in Goldsboro.
Okay.
Are you aware where that is?
Yes.
All right. I was raised in Goldsboro. Graduated from Goldsboro High School, and I think back towards now it's been in 1985.
Oh, wow.
And I then went to Duke University and graduated from there in '89 with a bachelor's in psychology. And from there, oddly enough, I went to UNC Chapel Hill.
Okay.
For law school.
My aunt was a principal. Her name was Mary Kay James. She taught at Goldsboro High. And her husband was a football coach, Elvin James.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Elvin James. Yeah, and their son, Gerard James, played high school, and Ashley played in Goldsboro. So I'm very familiar with Goldsboro.
Right. And I went to law school at Chapel Hill and graduated back in '92.
Okay.
And I didn't go home initially to practice law. I actually went to family members had moved to Robeson County.
Robeson, okay.
Or Robeson, depending on whether I know I'm mispronouncing it. Those who are from Robeson County will tell me I'm mispronouncing it. But I was down there for about 5 years. And I practiced. Initially, I was a civil attorney, and I practiced with the Lumbee River Legal Services.
Okay. So for people, because I know you first said one of our guests was sharing one of their story about they had a mishap with the law, So with these, I have a question. With these offenders that they may have like a minor, like minor drug or traffic, but they'll repeatedly. So will there be any changes with the way law enforcement or the courts handle these type of offenders? Like, because I know a lot of once you 3 times you're out, even for minor offenses.
Well, what I would be doing is sitting down with my office, because I have to bring in my staff, and there will be some changes. But right now, I want to tell you what the total thing is going to be. But there will be changes I talked about beforehand when I was campaigning.
Okay.
With the initiatives I want to bring into the office. I will be sitting down, as I have been, out talking to the community, and also meeting with law enforcement to see how everything fits in. And I want a smooth transition for everyone.
Okay. So another question. I don't know if I'm overreaching, but with you being a district attorney, and you know how sometimes the police they target a certain type of people. I don't know if I really want to use that word, but with cameras and everything going on there, they target certain people. And when they come in the court and they have those body camera, hopefully, I think Miss Dancy said she want to get body camera. When they present it, will y'all look at it from the time they get out of the car, or how would that work with the court?
Well, with body cam evidence, if that's part of what's the thing is, what people think is we can just play one little part of it and leave it at that. But if it's used for trial, the defense gets to see the whole thing themselves.
Right.
So it will be open to both sides to see what happened from the beginning the cameras came on to the end. And so, like I said, if we utilize it, we're required to give that and let the defense see it. And as I said, if video is used, the other side is totally allowed to pull in everything that's part of that video. So you just can't cut it off from points that look good for you, or that make look good for you, and stop it there. You have to, if you use it, you have to give everything.
Because from what I've seen, a lot of times they say, well, you don't know what happened before. I'm like, okay, but this camera is showing when you got out of the car to when you went from your car to this other car. So we don't know. That's speculation what happened before because y'all on the highway. So you know what I'm saying. So we just trying to figure out how does that actually work. Is there another process before, or is it when they initially get out of the car?
Actually, part of that depends on what type of video system that department uses. There's some, if you're in your patrol car, and we'll have to go through it, if you're in your patrol car and it's actually continually running, but once you turn on your light, it will record everything from the, say, 30 seconds from beforehand you turned on your light. And so only up to the 30 seconds beforehand actually comes on, because that's when you told it, hey, record all this. Because if you think about it, that's a lot of video to be stored. It takes up a lot of memory. So typically what it does is, in some cars, if you turn on your lights, it'll record the 30 seconds before you turn on the lights to up until whenever the incident is totally complete.
Right.
Other departments may have cars that utilize different technology where it records further forward. And it really all depends on what type of electronic, really depends on the company that you buy your equipment from. And so when the sheriff talks about, when Sheriff Lex talks about, body cams, it will really depend on how their software is set up.
Okay. Because
like in your radio show, you have
because I always feel like, a lot of people feel like it's my word against theirs. So, the cops are always right, which we know sometimes cops are not right. So I was just trying to figure out how would this work. I know that it's supposed to keep cops and the other person honest, but sometimes it just seems like it get cloudy because for some reason what you see is not what you see. Do that make sense? Like, people can see something, but other people saying, no, that's not what happened. And from what I'm seeing, that look what happened. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. But
yeah.
You said the videotape is meant to protect everybody so that everybody can be aware of what happened. Like I said, it will depend on the departments, what kind of computer system they may use and recording system they use. So you probably have to ask the sheriff-elect what kind of body cams they're going to require and what's going to be the procedure for when the camera gets turned on and off.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What can we start doing about every cop ain't bad, but a lot of police is not in charge for things that get done about people getting killed and stuff like that, and I feel like families are suffering for that. What can we do about changing the law? I guess bring them together, the community together, understand the law is right, because that's what I think you do. People get the law is bad.
I'm going to have to kind of fill in because when I got an echo and I wasn't sure what you're saying.
Hold on.
I think what you were talking about was incidents with law enforcement and citizens. As I said, we continue to be out in the community talking to people about, how we enforce the laws. But also I will be having an ongoing conversation with our law enforcement about it. I really want to bring our law enforcement together with community. I was at an event last week, but that's what I talked about, so that we can sit down and we're comfortable. Everybody's comfortable with everybody else. Have some semblance of trust in everybody else. That's the real way to reduce, incidents where people are concerned about, is to have everybody to understand and have conversations with each other instead of talking towards each other, actually talking to each other.
Right, because a lot of people feel like, crime, a lot of times people be wanting to call the cops and say, well, this was going on, but because so much has happened in the public view with people and the cops that, they don't want to call them now, they don't want to tell them what's going on in the community anymore because it's a distrust with cops, law enforcement, and the court. So it just feel like, it seems like people feel like they get a raw deal when they interact with the cops or mingle with the courts. Once you get in the system, you in the system, and it just seems like there's no way of coming back from, that.
Right, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, so, but I just hope that, and I know, like I said, everybody, when we elect people, don't just think that, change going to happen overnight because, it's been 400 years and we're still coming our way from the bottom. So I just really hope, that that you are able to do all the things that, you want to do and, without all the pushback from, the system. Because I know sometimes it's designed, where you want to do something, but because the law won't allow you so.
Well, as you were saying, communication is the total key for the community to trust law enforcement and also to have a great relationship with community. We have to be able to sit down with each other and be able to talk to each other. Everybody has to be able to talk to everybody else, and that's part of what I tend to do with my office.
Okay. So your office, where exactly will your office be located? Where the district attorney is in the courthouse?
Yes, ma'am. It's in the Pitt County Courthouse.
Okay. Because I make it my business to stay out of there, because once you start going, you going.
I understand.
So I just try to stay out of there. When I was in my younger, because I'm well over 40 now, but when I was in my younger days, and, you don't take law and, the road seriously. And I done gave Pitt County Court too much of my money in my 20s. So when I got in my 40s, I knew how to stay in my lane and drive the speed limit. So, yeah.
Don't tell yourself. Don't tell on yourself.
Well, I matured a lot because I stay in my lane there. So I try to stay away from the court. Oh, yeah. I work too hard to keep my money. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I was saying, Eric, I think you answered all the questions because I just wanted, like I said, I knew the echo coming from because I'm sorry if I had the mic mess up, but what I was saying earlier about these shootings that we have, and not just all over America, that families losing their lives of children, and cops not getting charged for it. And I just think that if it's a fair deal, I think you have to deal with it. But some of these deals is not fair. That you can see what happened, but they're getting away with it. What can what I was saying? What can we do to start to like you said? Because every cop ain't bad, but if you look at that, this cop got off, you see how people rage go. That they feel like every cop is bad. Start to bring these communities together that we talk more and bring the cops and police in the neighborhood behind them. You get what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying, what can we do more on that aspect?
You broke up a lot on that. This is what I'm assuming you were talking about. The key part that we talked about earlier is communication between everybody. As I said, I had law enforcement come. Hey, I've been meeting with them beforehand, but also they've said, hey, look, come and talk to us, and let's find out and work out, how you want things to be done. And that's the main part, and then bringing in the community so that everybody is aware of who everybody else is, everybody trusts everybody else, and that's really if you look in those communities where the issues that you talked about, there really isn't trust there. And so I want to make sure that everybody here is free to talk to each other and free to communicate with everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's some camaraderie and some communication with everyone.
Yeah, especially in the bad neighborhoods. I think we talked about this before, where I think me and Tanya talked about where I think police are really scared to go to bad neighborhoods and talk to the young men in the neighborhoods that's going robbing people and stuff. Like if you got charged for something, and I think they just anybody. Oh, you looking at me? I done something else. Instead of talking to your kids and just say, hey, you're doing today, everything good with your family and stuff like that, things like that. I just feel like, bring that community together more. That, okay, every cop ain't bad, every person ain't bad. I don't care you white, black, chocolate, you a red man running down the street. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding each other more.
There must be something wrong with your mic.
It might be. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. And I can only go off of what parts I can hear. But like I said, the key here is that would be, one, we'll be following the law, and two, communication. And that will be, as I said yesterday at an event I went, not yesterday, last week. I want to bring the community together so that mistakes don't happen and that we can talk to each other beforehand. Because, as I said, in those communities where you have these issues, it's where people don't really feel comfortable talking to each other, and that's what we really need here. Just make sure that we're all talking to each other and all have some communication. Okay.
Yeah, I think you answered my question good. I'm sorry about this mic breakup. I will have everything fixed today. I don't know what's going on. I'm using a different computer. I think that's what it is.
Well, I mean, I really, like I said, those were the things I really want to stress on. And I definitely really wanted to bring you back to congratulate you. And, and I know it was a hard-fought, campaign. So, like I said, I'm going to try to stay away from the court. But I know that, you're going to do great things, help clean up the district attorney office and, just getting things in a better place for, the community, the people as a whole, so there can be a structured leadership with, people and police forming a because that's what I'm talking about in my class right now, community and police being able to relate. So I got to say this kind of stuff. But
I hear you.
And hopefully, that will happen. I don't think that's going to happen overnight, but I believe that it can happen, and I hope it do. So, and I really don't want to take up too much of your time because my throat is getting cracked over here. So,
okay.
I really appreciate you coming on. I know you being so busy, and it just warmed my heart, that you took the time out of your business schedule to come back on this show, for this little bit of time that made all the difference.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Mr. Farrier.
Yes, sir.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving.
And everyone have a blessed Thanksgiving.
You too. All right.
You too.
Okay.
All right. That was Mr. Dixion, Mr. New District Attorney of Pitt County of Greenville.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, congratulate to him. Sorry about the microphone mess up. I will have this fixed today sometime. Yeah. So.
I know this is gonna be a short segment, but I just really want to just thank him. I invited a few more, but I know that, like you said, he's been in class, and a lot of them been in class, going back and forth. I know Miss Smith was in Arizona, and so I'm pretty sure a lot of them had to go to these meetings because they're new elected, jobs.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put too much stress on that, but hopefully that, they'll come back and make an appearance once they get settled in their positions.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, anything else you want to touch on real quick?
Well, I just like to say that I'm 44 now, and I look fabulous, but right now I don't feel it.
That weather change.
Yes. But I really want to thank all my Facebook friends and family for giving me all the love yesterday. That was so great. Even though I was in bed, I had some laughs, so it was just great. And I'm glad that you won yesterday.
Yeah, they pulled it off, so they did their thing last night. I was skeptical at first when it first started, but hey, they got it right. Because
I saw that big red exit sign blinking, yeah. So.
Oh, you still got 2 games. It might still be blinking.
Yeah, so we're going to just put a hold on that right now.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. I just really thank Mr. Dixion for coming on, and I just thank you for, like I said, I always thank you for giving me this little platform so I can just, come up and do things that I enjoy doing.
Hey, no problem, Tanya.
Yep.
All right. Hey, you get you some rest to be ready for next week.
I am.
Yeah. Chill out and just drink some soup.
Oh well, I'm gonna get some medication because I still got some more homework to do. So I'm gonna get in the bed and finish my homework and yeah. Yep.
All right. You have a good one, Tony.
Okay, you too. All right.
Political Nation. Hey, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, catch us, and we out.
That's right.